Kenny, I want to know about Breonna Taylor. What was it about her that attracted you to her?
She was funny, like me, and I could see from Twitter she played a lot, just like me, always joking, always laughing.
Come here. Come here. Come here, girl.
Get away from me. Oh, these two.
How did you know that she was the one for you?
We was friends for a long time before it ever evolved into anything else. So I think that's how I knew she was the one. We was too good at being friends, but it ended up working out. And finally, we was getting it together, right?
Getting it together like you thought I could marry you, get it together, that kind of thing?
That was definitely in the talks. Definitely had baby names and everything.
Like?
Like Kimbry.
Oh, that's Kenneth and Breonna together. Ah.
Walker says he and Taylor were collecting their favorite items for the family they hoped to build, like this pair of mini Air Jordans for the baby they wanted together.
Looking at these baby shoes, what do they mean?
To me, it means it's something that's never going to happen.
Walker's parents, Valisha and Kenneth Walker Jr., have been supporting their son through his grief and want justice for Breonna Taylor, the woman who would have been their daughter-in-law.
I say it all the time, you know, as a mom, you know, you want the best mate for your children, and she just completed us. She completed the family.
On the night of the police raid, Kenneth says in his fear and panic, he called his mother for help before calling 911. Valisha Walker rushed to the scene, and recordings released by Louisville police show that she spoke to officers about what her son told her that night.
He called me and said, "Mama, they kicked in the door. They kicked in the door. I don't know what's going on." It's just one of those calls as a mom that we hope we never get at 1 o'clock in the morning.
He couldn't tell you what had happened, could he?
He didn't know. I didn't hear anything at first in the background. I just heard him screaming and crying.
What's your biggest concern as we sit here today about Kenneth?
It's hard. I'm mama. I can see things about him that he doesn't even realize. Whereas when they were little kids, if you had a bump on it,
you could fix
kiss it, I could blow it, but I can't fix this.
I've only listened to that 911 call once or twice, and it took me months to listen to it. And the thing is, his whole life, I've always been there to help him or to be there for him, and I couldn't help him.
Because he was considered a suspect in the beginning.
Right. And I mean, you know, think about it. Reality is he's still a suspect in their mind. He's still their scapegoat.
In the chaos that followed the death of Breonna Taylor on March 13th, Walker was indicted for the attempted murder of a police officer. In May, those charges were dropped without prejudice, which means the case can be refiled in the future. For Kenneth and his family, it is a stark possibility that they never could have imagined.
You know, the simple lessons that we teach them, that we hold true as parents. The lessons that we treat, you know, ain't nothing good for you going on at the street. Stay at home. Here you are, this one time you at home. And you get in the worst trouble you've ever been.
At home.
At home. And you did nothing wrong. But do what you were taught to do. Be a man. Protect your family. Tell the truth.
Hey, stop playing with me. It's like March 13th every day, pretty much. I never got to say bye. So that makes a big deal. It makes a big difference.
When it first happened, you're labeled a suspect, Breonna's labeled a suspect, and the police officer who was shot is labeled a victim. What do you make of that?
It's usually how it goes when you're black and dealing with police. That's all I think of that. I don't necessarily even see this as a black-white issue. It became that after they figured it out, but this is a right and wrong issue. It don't matter if he was blue, pink, purple, you know, white, black. It doesn't really matter. It could have been elderly people in there. It could have been kids. It could have been anything. So it was just wrong all the way around the board, no matter who was in there. But it definitely turned into a black and white thing when I walked out.
Yeah, we should say that neither you or Breonna Taylor had a criminal history of violence or drugs.
I guess that doesn't matter to them either, though. People like to skip over that part.
Where do you go from here? I mean, I look at you and I just see so much pain, and rightfully so. Do you have friends who are helping you?
I actually do have a therapist, and I probably need to. I'll be talking to him a lot more.
Yeah.
But I really don't agree with therapy. But you got to try everything to try to be okay.
When you hear the chant, say her name, what does that mean to you when you hear that?
It just means she's getting the respect that she deserves. You know, that's the least that can happen.
What does justice look like for you for Breonna Taylor?
Breonna Taylor's sitting right here next to me. That's the only justice for me.